What's up, everyone? The raccoon strikes again. $16,000 of profit today. Another terrific day. Puts me up about $36,000, $37,000 on the month. And today is May 6th. So I am, 90% to my $40,000 monthly goal. In fact, this is now a month where I have the potential of doubling my goal, $80,000, maybe even $100,000 if this momentum keeps up. Now, I was actually up almost $20,000 today. And like I always say, today's a day where, every day you're either giving back profit, or you're leaving money on the table. And today I gave back a little bit of my profit. I could have kept a little more in my pocket if I wasn't quite so aggressive, but we had this one stock up about 55, 60%. I was scaling into it, going for that big win, thinking this might be, a $25,000, $30,000 type of day. We might get that second, third circuit breaker halt, ABIO type of move. And I think it was the right stock to be that aggressive on. And since I was already up, 20,000, it was worth taking $3,000 of risk for a $6,000 return. And yeah, I lost and I'm up only 16,000, but it was the right time to be aggressive. Remember, Friday, I only made $160. Friday was not the right time to be aggressive. I didn't take big size, I didn't push my luck, I just said, you know what, I'm not feeling it. But today the market was hot, I got aggressive, I'm gonna walk away with $16,000 in profit. So we're gonna break it down today. And remember guys, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm hosting a free workshop where I'm gonna break down my strategies, including how I found the stock I trade today, how I found it, what led me to really believe it had the potential to be a big mover, why I jumped in as quickly as I did, where I took my profit, everything else. So make sure you register tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, so as always, during the recap, questions, comments, put them below. I'll come back through and answer them this afternoon, and I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to break down the trades from today. Today ended up being another great day. $16,267.90 of profit on BLIN. And I was actually up about $19,500 and gave back a little bit off the highs. And so again, like I always say, every day that we're trading, we're either leaving money on the table or giving back some profit. And today I gave back a little bit of profit. I was being pretty aggressive on BLIN after I had a really good start to the day. I started to put the pedal to the metal and see if this would turn into a real home run. And, it didn't quite do that, but 16,000 at the same time is a great gain for, one morning of trading. And this is in my retirement account, which is also nice. So you can see here, BLIN, this is the one that we traded. Today's watch list was a little bit, of a dud. The only thing on it that gave me an opportunity was AMTX, and I ended up skipping on it. Now, if we look at this down on like a 10-second chart, you'll be able to see this quick little pullback that it gave. Now, the reason I hesitated on this was because I said to myself, you know what? Generally, you're not doing well on stocks under $2. I don't know that it's really worth it to go for this. It had this little kind of open around $1.57. It pulled back. We knew the pre-market high was $1.60, and as it broke the pre-market high right here of $1.60, it squeezed up to a high of $1.70. And so that did give 10 cents of profit potential. 10 cents with 10,000 shares is $1,000 of potential. And I was going to take 9,000 shares. So $900 is probably what I would have made on that. But that would be if I got in right here and sold at the very top. Usually, you get in a little higher and sell a little lower. So that might be more like $600. And then, of course, if it had dropped down here, I would have lost about 900 or maybe 1,000. So, making 600, risking 1,000 to make 600 isn't really that great of a risk-reward ratio. And so I ended up passing on it. Now, the only problem with that is that this is usually how I would get my profit cushion on the morning. Taking that very first trade on a gap and go setup. And since I didn't have that, I was left kind of just sort of sitting, watching what else was happening. We had a little bit of a red to green move on ABIO here. not quite, I mean, and it still is interesting if it does break over 1090 and breaks 11, but the volume is very light on it, and the price is higher and the spreads are bigger. And so it just didn't really give me the right entry opportunity that was low risk. So I didn't take trades on that. I saw some of you guys did trade it and made some money on it, which is great. I'm always happy to see that. But of course, I ended up missing it. So no trades on that one for me, but that's the way it goes. And then we had, let's see, which one was next? We had PRPO. That one popped up for a second. I didn't want to trade that one. I wasn't thinking that the daily chart really looked all that great on it. I felt like it just kind of, wasn't the first daily candle to make a new high. It didn't really have what I was looking for. It did pop up again, kind of had this opening range, that broke. And I saw some of you guys traded it through there, but I just sort of said, you know what? Just wait, just be patient. And, let's remember, on Friday, I only made $160. I took like 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 loser, and nothing was really working. I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. I think I'm just going to throw in the towel. Of course, on Thursday, I'd made $7,500, and on Wednesday, I'd made $14,000. So I could afford to sit and be patient. And so today I was sitting and being patient, waiting for something to hit our high day momentum scanner. And so here was AMTX. So on this one, I just was like, well, I don't know. I think I'm going to miss it. OVID, I looked at that. 15 million share float. Not a great pre-market chart. Had retraced most of the move. Just kind of wasn't sure, left it alone. Kept watching the scanners. And then all of a sudden, BLIN hits right here at 620. And the first thing I see, I pull it up and I can see right away it's a low float stock. In fact, it has almost the same float as ABIO. And we remember what happened on ABIO last week. This one gave me 17,000 in total profit. I mean, a really nice big move with a float of 154,000 shares according to Trade Ideas. I'm not sure if that's actually correct. So BLIN coming in with a float of 151,000, I looked at that and I was thinking, very low float. I pull up the chart. First thing I do is I type in the chart here. While it's loading, I go down here and I type in the level 2. So boom, boom, I've typed in both sides. I look and I see on the daily recent reverse split. And as soon as I saw that, the low float recent reverse split up 16%, I'm jumping in because I knew that it had potential. And so I jumped in right away. I pressed shift 1, 3 or 4 times. Boom, 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 trying to buy 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares. And I filled, sorry, I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm so tired. I filled some shares at, I think 25, some at 31, and some at 34. And it ended up getting halted right here at 34. So it rips up and gets halted very quickly. And again, one of the other things I saw as I pulled up the chart was the fact that it was already up $1 per share, moving fast. And this is a setup that we trade all the time. We talk about it in the day trade course. It's the recent reverse split breakout. And that's exactly what this was. And again, reminder guys, those of you who aren't already in the day trade course, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm hosting a free workshop where I'm going to really talk about these types of trades, how I'm able to find these kind of, needle in the haystack consistently. Once you have a system, it becomes fairly easy. Now, you wave a magnet over a haystack and boom, the needle pops right to it. It doesn't mean you're going to find the needle every single day in the context of the market. We've got 10,000 stocks and we don't have the moves like this every single day. But, 3 days out of the week, 4 days out of the week, we usually find our way to profit. And today, of course, is another example. So I encourage you guys to register for the workshop tonight. I'll give you guys a copy of how to day trade so you can review this and kind of, get some of the tips and tricks from a trader who's been doing it for a long time. So anyways, BLIN, I'm in it here and, I'm adding right here. Now it's halted for 10 minutes. It resumes and it's already up 10% right there. Coming out of the halt, boom, I add again. All right, so now I'm adding at about 7:30, 7:40, and it squeezes up to 750 and is halted a second time. It resumes up here and taps $8, and I sell all of my position except for 700 shares. So I'm still holding 700 shares, and now it's halted going down. And I'm like, all right, well, that's not ideal, but at the same time, you know, I think I'll just hold this and let's see what it does. I'm gonna set my stop at $6.25. So I said my stop's at $6.25, right around there. Okay, it opens and it starts to squeeze up, and right here I add about 10,000 shares, 8 to 10,000. Right here at 7, it starts squeezing up, squeezes up here to 712, it pulls back up to 732, it pulls back. It drops down for a second. I still hold, I'm holding and holding. Pops up to 740, up to 750, I'm feeling good about it. And right here, I added 12,000 shares. Right at 7, let's see, I added 12,000 for the break over, let's see, it was right here. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Added 12,000 shares right there for the break over $8. I sold half of my position at that point. So sold 6,000 shares there at 806. Sold another quarter, 804. Sold the rest as it came back down. And so right into that breakout, I got myself up $15,000 on the day. So, you know, hotkeys. Shift 1, Control X, Control Z. So now I'm out of the position. So I started the position. My first entry was right here. I was holding through this entire move until right here. So I was holding for a little less than, well, let's see, when was this? This was 9:40, and I was all out of it by 10:18. So about 40 minutes, 45 minutes I was in the trade. It starts to curl up right here, and as it comes back up to 8, I got back in. So here I'm back in 79, 87, and 80. We had a seller right at $8, so I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna break. It looks like it's gonna double top. So I ended up selling at 99 and then getting back in 815, 820 for the break over high of day. We ended up getting a move here all the way up to a high of $8.83. And at the top of the move, right after this trade here, I was up about $19,400. And then look at this, in 2 seconds on this one, I bought at 70, thinking it was going to do a quick break, and I ended up selling half right here down 50 cents. And so just like that, I lost $1,500 in about 2 seconds. That was a bad trade. Added back at 50 and sold the rest down here at 31. So, you know, went from up 19,400 to 16,200, getting caught in some of this choppiness right here, and stopping out eventually right down here. But I felt comfortable taking the risk in this area because I felt that if it broke over 9, you know, then we might have a shot at seeing 10. And I honestly think that this stock still has potential today. It's at the VWAP, it has retraced a decent amount, but it's still showing a lot of volatility. And remember, volatility equals opportunity. So I'm definitely going to, you know, be interested to see what this does through the rest of the day and come back to it tomorrow. It might give us another opportunity for additional trades. Last week on ABIO, my big win was on Wednesday, $15,000, 15,000. And then on Thursday, I made $7,500, trading the second day continuation. So it's certainly possible we'll get second day continuation on BLIN. The only thing that this is missing is a clear catalyst. The recent reverse split with a stock already up, you know, 15% as it was right here, is a technical breakout, which, you know, is fine, but we would really prefer a fundamental catalyst to, you know, substantiate that type of move, and we just on this one don't end up seeing it, or it's not clear. Up 52%, I guess, at $8.12. Up 57, 64%. So this hit a high of about 65% gain on the day, which is really pretty incredible. So, you know, and yeah, last week DFFN, this one made a pretty big move. It's opening up a little bit here. I think this one, I don't think there was a clear catalyst on this day either, but up it went 100%. So that's kind of the feeding frenzy in the market. Traders start to jump on things that move, and today it was BLIN, and thanks to these scanners, we were quick to jump on them. So this scanner is my secret weapon, and I've programmed it to find these stocks in real time. So that's how I find the needle in the haystack. Today we got it, a nice big win. I'm going to sit up about $36,000 now on the month, and today is May 6th, which is awesome. So I'm in really good shape there. My small account from $583 to $1,024,600 of profit right now. So $24,000 over the $1 million mark, which is great. One of the big goals for me has been to cross that $1 million line and never come back to it. So that means, right now I'd have to lose $24,000 in order to cross back below the $1 million mark. I'll certainly feel a lot better when I'm up closer to 1,050,000 and then 1.1 million. I'll feel really good that I'm not going to come back to it. But right now I've still got to kind of build that cushion. So it's almost like having a small account again, because I just got to get as much distance between me and the $1 million mark as possible. So yes, this scanner is available for all Warrior Pro students. So you guys have it in the classes, and you'll be able to download it. This is the same one that's currently up there. All right, everyone, so it's about 11 a.m. I'm going to call it a day for trading this morning, take the profit and run. I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Remember, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, free workshop where I'll be walking you guys through my strategy. So make sure you register. Looking forward to seeing you there. And everyone else, I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, bye, everyone. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.